Most e-commerce brands will never rank number one on Google Shopping, no matter how high they bid. And this is purely because ranking at the top in 2026 isn't about budgets or bids anymore. So in this video, I'll show you what actually determines who wins the top placement and why most brands are optimizing the wrong things. And as a bonus, I'll even show you a live case study of a brand we did all of these things on at the end. But no matter how much Google Ads has changed, one major thing has remained the exact same, and that is the core ranking procedure of how Google determines who should be at the very top versus who shouldn't be. And I'm referring to essentially the Google Ad Rank formula. If we look right here, this is essentially a Google Ad ranking system based on an equation which has never changed despite the many years I've been on Google Ads. It's essentially a dynamic auction time score, which is in the following equation: maximum CPC bid times your quality score plus the ad assets in general you have within a campaign. So in general words to put in, ad rank equals your bids times the quality of your product feed, the ads you have running times the expected performance. This is essentially Google's way of determining how your ad ranks amongst your competitors before you even get a single link click. Sounds backwards, but it'll make sense by the end of this video. But essentially, what Google has always looked for time and time again is basically signals that let Google's algorithm know whether your brand, number one, deserves to rank high or not, and number two, what the quality of the audience you attract should be. So the main things Google's algorithm essentially looks for is things like click-through rates, the overall relevance of your ads compared to what your products are actually ranking for within the auctions, as well as conversion rates signals. Now, there's a big shift that happened in 2026, which essentially kind of changed the way Google now looks at ranking within these auctions. And I'm talking about going from just bidding high, budgeting high, to now more of gaining the algorithm's confidence. Let me explain. In 2026, Google predicts the likelihood of a sale before it even lets you win an auction. So if your product's perceived value isn't high enough, forget ranking for an auction in any of these placements right over here you might see, and forget even getting any sort of high quality traffic through the door, because now more than ever before, Google is working on billions of dollars of data. It has tens and thousands of hours of industry experience within your niche and within your product segment to figure out how your brand exactly can rank amongst your competitors and what your customers are actually looking for. This means there's a few major things that have changed which will now allow you to either rank number one with Google Shopping or make Google Shopping destroy your brand completely when it comes to placements. And the first thing that really has to change in 2026 in order for your brand to rank high is the product title strategy. And now this was already a very, very important part of where your brand ranked within Google Ads in general. But now in 2026, I personally believe that it has actually upped a notch in terms of priority levels. And this is purely because your product titles directly help Google's algorithm determine who your product is for. So what that means is it will essentially get you the exact audience type that your product titles attract, which means if you go in and if you lead with your brand name like this brand does right here, starting with their branded keyword as the first major keyword within their entire product title, Google will notice that and it will think you want to lead with your brand, resulting in more branded traffic. On the other hand, if you go in with extremely cold traffic related keywords, or if that's your main primary focus like this last brand right over here, then Google will think you want to avoid as much of the branded traffic as possible, and it will go after literally the specific types of keywords that you have actually added in to your product title. What this means is essentially your engagement level of how engaging your audiences that you're attracting is now based on the intent level of your keywords, starting with the product title. So what that means is, and there's three major buying intents with Google Ads. There's low buying intents, medium buying intents, and high buying intents. Of course, your main goal with Google Ads and any brand's main goal should be to go after high buying intense audiences, meaning cold traffic acquisition for high buying intense keywords, like for example, in this situation, buy a woman's face wash or buy a woman's cleanser, etc. But at the same time, you want to be very careful as to not go too broad, because what will happen in that situation is the Google's algorithm will essentially essentially going off on its own tangent towards an audience type, towards an audience segment, which may be completely irrelevant to what your brand is actually trying to target and what your brand actually considers a realistic, viable customer. So in essence, in terms of engagement levels, this is done through product titles, but this also ties into the product image side of things. Now, just as important as the product titles are the product images, because Google, it's not just essentially looking at this product image as a black and white zeros and ones sort of approach. Rather, it's looking at the product image and determining things such as what the expected CTR should be through the image quality, through the background clarity, and most important of all, visual differentiation. Because believe it or not, if a product blends in with other 10 identical white background, or even in some situations, lifestyle background images, Google automatically assumes lower engagement. Because I always say this, the moment your brand blends in with Google Ads is the moment it starts to lose. Differentiation with Google Ads is everything now, especially when it comes to price competitiveness. Now, if this was a year or two ago, I would have definitely said that price is not as relevant as everything else when it comes to Google Ads, such as the product image, title, so on and so forth. But now in 2026, if your price is way too high or if it's way too low, forget about having any sorts of reliable, consistent traffic coming through the door. Because as we go further and further into 2026, one thing I'm starting to understand is that higher CTR increases the expected performance component of ad rank. And one of the main primary components of ad rank is your price competitiveness. Because ultimately, if a price is out of reach for any individual customer, and if that accounts about 90% of your entire audience base, in that situation, just going after the top 5% or top 10% of your audience may not essentially be the best approach in general. Because all you're trying to do with ranking number one with Google Shopping, it's not to basically manipulate the algorithm in any way, nor is it to do any sorts of black hat activities. Rather, it's to do something I call conversion rate engineering. Because essentially what this means is we are trying to get the Google Ads algorithm to favor your brand based on the activity that is taking place directly on the ads that users see on the Google Shopping side of things, as well as the back end side of things, ranging from how many people are actually clicking on your ad, to how much time they're spending on your landing page, to how many of your pages they're actually consuming. Because the thing is, Google's algorithm now in 2026 is tracking post-click activity more than ever before. Things such as landing page speed, price clarity, social proof, offer alignment, whether what the users are searching for on the front end matches what the users see on the back end. This is what Google's algorithm is now using to determine if your brand should get the relevant clicks versus the bottom of the pool, the leftover clicks, as I like to say. Because now in 2026, the real way to rank number one with Google Shopping, it's not essentially to have one of your products ranking in the top. Rather, it's to have what I call an omnipresence approach, an impression share based strategy, where ranking number one is actually more of the placements with Google Ads. Essentially, what I mean by that is, for example, if we change the search now to a different kind of search, to something more like color search, for example, and I say this because this is exactly what we do for one of the biggest e-commerce brands we work with under this industry, where we handle Google Ads for them. Where if you run an e-commerce brand making over $50,000 or more per month in revenue, you need some extra help scaling to the next level with Google Ads, just scan the QR code right next to my face or click the first link in the comment section below to directly schedule a call with me and get a completely free Google Ads audit, and also see how we can potentially work together to scale your brand to the next level, just like we did here. But essentially, the main goal right now with Google Ads in 2026 is to rank multiple times within the top 5 to top 6 placements. For example, just like this first brand did right here, where they're not only ranking number one with one of their products, but at the same time, they're taking up the 4th listing here as well for one of their other variations. And this is extremely crucial in terms of ranking high with Google Shopping, because now it's all about gathering as much impression share from different placements, from different listings within the top 5 to top 6 placements when it comes to Google Shopping ads directly. Because the thing is, now instead of taking 1 out of the 6 placements, 1 out of the 5 placements that may be ranking generally, you now take 2 out of the 5, or 3 out of the 5, or 4 out of the 5, so on and so forth. So essentially, what you are doing, and this is one of the key things to scaling, by the way, is you're improving something called the impression share of your brand when it comes to Google Ads. And just to kind of give you an example of the brands that we work with, where essentially this is our entire approach, and after doing all of these things, is how we're able to scale these brands to such numbers, is again essentially by focusing on the impression share side of things. So for example, if we go inside this brand right over here, we can see essentially that the search impression share we can see that generally the search impression share for shopping campaigns or PMX campaigns in general is something between 30% to 50% for more on the cold traffic / non-branded side of things. Now, it can be a little bit on and off. Like, for example, with the second campaign for non-branded traffic, it is around 16%. But that's the ultimate goal with Performance Max campaigns is once you start doing the product feed optimization, the product title strategy I mentioned, the image strategy even, Google naturally starts to show your ad towards bigger and bigger pockets of the audience, thus reducing your search impression share. But in majority of your campaigns, the search impression share should be in general between 30 to 50% because that lets you know that in general, your brand is started to rank multiple times for multiple of these placements. Again, the main goal is not to just rank one time within shopping placements, but rather to have the number 1 spot or the number 3 spot or the number 5 spot, which is very important because the more eyeballs you have, generally what that means is the more impressions you have on all of your ads. But in general, ranking number 1 with Google Shopping or taking a multiple of these spots at the front, it doesn't just boil down to the product feed because ultimately what you do on the campaign side of things also holds a very valuable spot. The best kind of approach I've seen work to date in order to rank high with Google Shopping, in order to consistently get multiple of your listings to rank within the top 5, top 6 placements, is to have more of a consolidated approach because in general, from my experience at least, fragmented budgets push your brand further away from consistency because instead of having a select few campaigns running at, for example, $500 a day budget or $3,000 a day budget, like in this situation, you have a bunch of random campaigns running at maybe $50 a day, some running at $10 a day, some at $500, and there's just so much budget fragmentation that no individual campaign can actually become smart quickly enough. No individual collection of products can actually scale profitably, and with the consistency Google needs to continuously find the right type of audience for your brand. Again, it all boils down to consistency in order to rank high within Google Shopping placement. So in general, here's how you want to look at it. In order to increase your chances of profitable and consistent scale with Google Shopping, you need to guide the algorithm towards faster machine learning. Because the faster the machine learns, the higher you will be able to rank with Google Shopping ads and the easier it will be long term. These are some of the major tactics we implement directly on the brands we work with under my agency or marketing, which again, if you run a brand making $50,000 or more per month in revenue, scan the QR code on the screen to directly schedule a call with me and find out how we can potentially work together to scale your brand profitably to the very next level. But essentially, we just started working with this brand on February 11th. I'm recording this video today on February 27th. But since February 11th, we have seen some decent amount of activity start coming through the gates almost immediately with Google Ads. Now, if we take a look at this, we can see in total, we have spent about 1,600 Australian dollars because this is a brand based in Australia. However, they sell within the United States. But essentially, we've gotten a total of 10 conversions and the ROAS is already at a 7x. This is a high ticket brand, which is why even with just 10 conversions, we're already at over $11,000 in general revenue. But the main reason why we're able to kind of pick up things very, very quickly for a brand like this, and it doesn't matter if we're just starting out with the brand, getting them results initially, or if we've been working with the brand for months and months, that's already scaling at 7, 8, 9 figures. The thing is, having a consolidated approach, like in this situation, a 3-campaign approach, allows us to work with that limited budget we have and to feed the campaigns proper amounts of data. So in this situation, instead of having 5, 10 different campaigns all running at maybe $10 a day budget or some of them running at $5 a day budget, what we did is we wanted to focus on the shopping feed only placement side of things. We wanted to get some traction there initially before we expanded. So what we did is we launched 2 Performance Max campaigns as a strategy, 1 standard shopping campaign, all focused on the feed only approach. And the main goal here was to go after non-branded traffic with these campaigns based on the strategy of ranking high with Google Shopping placements, which is why we have 3 different shopping focused campaigns here running, because we wanted to attack the auctions from 3 different angles. But ultimately, what you want to get from this is the more consolidated your approach is, the better the chances of it actually working and the better the chances of it actually scaling. But as we go into 2026, here's what I want you to do. I want you to make it a core strategy to not push yourself or your team handling Google Ads towards towards spending more money or towards just bidding high, because that's a strategy that's left better behind in 2025. Now, you need to start viewing Google Ads scale as more of a top level approach where you focus on consistency from campaigns to the actual product listings, because essentially in 2026, this is the only way to truly win the algorithm's trust over time and to get it on your side. But if your brand, again, is already making $50,000 or more per month in revenue, you need some extra help scaling your brand to the next level with Google Ads. Click the link in the comment section below to directly schedule a call with me and get a completely free Google Ads audit where I'll personally audit your ads account to find all the bottlenecks preventing your brand from scaling, potential solutions, and if it makes sense, how we can potentially work together to scale your brand profitably to the very next level.